Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's vlog, I'm going to talk to you guys again about eating, diet, and kind of some things I do that help me, keep my weight in check where I want to be, and that I feel help me perform on the bike. Now, the first thing I want to talk about here is pretty much, and I mentioned this in a past video, but basically my number one kind of dietary philosophy, okay, is most people eat the standard, breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe a snack, somewhere along the line. But most, whenever you hear about diet or, people's eating habits, you typically hear of 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, I don't really prescribe to any of that. Basically what I do in my own personal eating habits is I try to eat something every couple of hours. Okay, and I try to keep my portions relatively small, and by doing this, okay, honestly guys, I can't even remember the last time that I ate dinner. Okay, I don't eat dinner per se. I eat every couple of hours, so that I don't get hungry where I have to eat dinner. Okay, that's just, again, it's what I do. Since I've been riding so hard the last year, I have been able to maintain a weight from 123.5 to 127 pounds, okay? 4 pound difference is not a lot from day-to-day fluctuation. I have been able to stay from 123.5 to 127 pounds, somewhere in that line, for pretty much the last 4 months continuously, okay? And the way I do that is I pretty much, like I said, I eat something every couple of hours. I'm just going to walk you guys through like a typical day for me. Again, this is a typical day, and as though I'm going to go on a hard bike ride, which I ride pretty much 6 days a week. And when I ride, in general, most of those rides are, to some degree, an hour and a half, couple hours long, sometimes longer. So they're a pretty decent ride. And I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through a day of how I eat. Okay, usually for me, first thing in the morning, is I like to lead off with some kind of a protein bar, rather it be a power bar, protein bar. I've got a couple different ones that I eat. But I start off the morning with a power bar. Okay, first thing I do when I get up, have a power bar. And I do that because the protein in this power bar helps control my appetite up until my lunchtime. Okay, so I have the power bar first thing in the morning, usually around 8 a.m. or so. Okay, and then at 11 a.m., okay, within 3 hours, I'm getting hungry. Okay, that's when I have my lunch. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a huge fan of Subway. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of Subway. I pretty much eat Subway every day of the week. That's my lunch. I love Subway. I like the convenience of it. I like the fact that it's still relatively healthy for you, and I like the fact that it gives me the carbohydrates and the sugars and the fuel that I need for my ride later on that day. So I pretty much always have some kind of an 11 a.m. between 10:45 a.m. and noon. I'm having my lunch, which is my Subway, and I'll usually have a 6-inch sub, Doritos, couple of cookies, a big Coke. I have a full-size lunch. I have cookies every day. I eat cookies every day. And I'm 125 pounds. So anybody says you can't eat cookies and lose weight or maintain weight, it's not true, okay? I have cookies every day, and that's what I eat every day for lunch, pretty much. As long as I'm able to. Sometimes work gets in the way and I can't, and I'll have to just do something else. But for the most part, if I can control it, I like to have Subway every day for lunch. So that's gotten me through till, now it's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon or so. I eat at 11. By 1:30, usually, by 1:30, 2 o'clock, I'm looking for a snack. I'm going to have a banana. I'll put down a banana at around 1:30, 2 o'clock. And then I'm thinking about my ride here. Of course, now I typically, again, this is going off, typically I work 8 to 4, so I'm planning on riding sometime around 5 p.m. Again, I'm doing all this eating around my planned ride for the day. So around 1:30, 2 o'clock, I'll have a banana. And then maybe at 3 o'clock, I'll have a handful of peanuts, pecans. I'm a big fan of pecans. around 3 o'clock, I'll have some pecans, just a handful or so. And then on my way home from work at, 4:20, 4:15, 4:20, somewhere in there, I'll have another banana. Knowing that I'm going to be riding in an hour and a half, an hour top, an hour and a half tops. I'm going to be riding sometime between 5:30 and 6. I'm going to be riding. So I'll have another banana like around 4:20 or so, 4:30. And then I'm ready for my ride. Okay, then I'm coming to my ride ready to go. I'm not full of food. I'm not hungry. I'm kind of right at that perfect, homeostasis, status. I've had plenty to eat for the day. It's been, a long duration since a big meal. I've had stuff coming in. Like I said, I'm not hungry, but I'm not full. I'm in that perfect homeostasis to go out and do a hard ride. And the first thing I do once I get, my riding stuff ready, is I'm looking for my on-bike nutrition. Okay, most times, if the ride is going to be under 2.5 hours, I'll have one bar. I have one. And actually now what I'm eating now is I'm eating these chocolate brownie protein bars. They're really good in the bike. They're easy to eat. They're very good. They're palatable. They work good for me. So I'm having these little chocolate protein bars in the bike. If my ride's under 2.5 hours, I'll have one. And again, every 15 minutes or so, I'm taking a bite. Every 15 minutes, take a bite throughout the ride. And then when I get off the bike, if my ride is like 3 hours plus, I'm going to have 2 bars available. Sometimes I'll get through a portion of the second one. Sometimes I'll eat the whole second one. Again, depends on how the day goes, how hungry I get in the bike. Some days I won't touch the second one, but I have a second one available in case I need it. So that's my on the bike strategy. And then as soon as I get off the bike, I'm eating something again. I usually will lead off my post ride recovery with a Greek yogurt. And then maybe an hour after that, I will have a cheese stick. An hour after that, I might have another banana. An hour after that, I might have a fruit smoothie. Okay. I might have a few more pecans. Okay, so I just kind of continuously, all day long, every couple of hours, I eat something. So this way here, I don't, eat my lunch at noon, go home, 4 hours later, still, now I'm kind of hungry, but I know I got to ride, and so I go pound out my ride, and now I come into dinner just starving like a rat, and then go woof down a 2,000 calorie dinner. I don't take that approach. I basically eat often enough that I don't ever get to that hungry phase to where you even want to go out and eat a big meal. I'm always eating something relatively small, something relatively healthy. Again, I'm not the healthiest eater in the world. I eat chocolate chip cookies every day of the week, pretty much. Okay, so I'm not a complete, perfect, and I still drink a soda a day. So I'm not a complete, perfect, healthy diet, but in general, I feel like I have a pretty well-rounded, diet that's relatively healthy, and I have enough energy coming in to get me through my hard rides, and I have enough on-bike nutrition to get through the rides, and that allow me to not come into my post ride super, super hungry. I try to avoid that. So, guys, in a nutshell, that's kind of what I do. That's kind of what I do on a daily basis as far as my eating. I plan it around my rides, and I believe in eating enough smaller meals. Again, I'm probably eating over a dozen times a day, honestly. But it's always something relatively small, and it's every hour or two. And it keeps me from getting those huge, blood sugar crashes and those huge hungers. That usually is when you overeat. So I try not to overeat. And doing this, I've been able to maintain 125 pounds for well over 4 months. And I never have an issue getting through my rides based off having enough energy on board. So just wanted to share this with you guys. This is kind of what I do Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you guys do for diet. You know, how you plan your diets around how you plan your diet and your meals around your rides. What works for you? Do you do something similar? Do you do something completely different? Let me know in the comments down below. We can get a discussion going. Everybody can kind of see what everybody else is doing. As always, guys, I appreciate the support here in the channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys right here in the next video.